Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Despite the sea pig moniker, they don't look like the terrestrial pig people you are familiar with. Similarities would be a stocky physique, a pinkish hue, and the habit of foraging on the ground for food. But they don't have eyes, a nose or ears. Sea pig people, the ocean's vacuum cleaners. Please continue watching to find out how the most remote regions of the ocean floor are kept clean and livable.
The vegetarian diet is suitable for all mental work. You will see many great scientists, great thinkers, philosophers, they have been vegetarians. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, vegetarian.
Querido Dios, eres el amor de mi vida. That is how you say, Dear God, you are the love of my life, in Spanish. Adaptable viewers, I am Mateo, your intrepid plus vegan host from the underwater sea pig kingdom. The countless fascinating beings whose home is the Pacific Ocean pray that you have a blissful spirit and a fulfilling life. Welcome to our show titled Sea Pig People, the Ocean's Vacuum Cleaners. My near and dear ones are members of the genus Cotoplanes. You can also say that we belong to a family of deep-sea cucumbers. But if you're looking for something simple and easy to remember, just call us Sea Pig People. Did you know that scientists discovered us more than 100 years ago? The HMS Challenger set sail from England at the end of 1872 to explore the world's oceans. By the time it returned in May 1876, its crew had found approximately 4,700 new kinds of marine life, and we were one of them. But even after so many years, most people still haven't heard of us. I understand that because we live in an inaccessible and mysterious environment where they cannot go. Can you imagine being 5 kilometers deep in dark, frigid water? No, I didn't think so. Besides, we are humble folk who tiptoe around the ocean floor, keeping the place clean. So, my purpose today is to introduce you to our species. I think you will find that although we are little, we are full of personality. Let me begin by telling you something about members of the sea cucumber clan. They are echinoderms or marine invertebrates and come in a fantastic array of shapes and colors. Their bodies are typically soft and cylindrical, averaging 10 to 30 centimeters long. There are more than 1,700 species of sea cucumber people inhabiting the world's oceans, including us. Despite the sea pig moniker, we don't look like the terrestrial pig people you are familiar with. Similarities will be a stocky physique, a pinkish hue, and the habit of foraging on the ground for food. But we don't have eyes, a nose, or ears. Our translucent body is about 15 centimeters in length and is supported by appendages called tube feet. For these elongated structures to move, pockets in the skin are alternately inflated with water and then deflated. I know it's not easy to understand, but the system works, and that's how we get around. Some scientists will tell you that the antenna-like things sticking out from our back are extra tube feet, but I have my doubts about that. I've never walked upside down. For me, they help avoid obstacles and detect sources of food. True to our sea cucumber ancestry, our mouth is surrounded by feeding tentacles that sift through the seabed and extract tasty edibles from the mud. And if you are wondering whether we can swim, the answer is yes, but rarely and only when disturbed. In addition to being commonly known as sea pig people, we have also been dubbed the ocean's vacuum cleaners. How would you feel if someone called you that? I guess I still have some lessons in humility to learn. I can't deny that we roam the bottom of the deep in search of decaying organic material, and whenever any new debris arrives from the waters above, you can be sure it will attract many of my brothers and sisters, sometimes hundreds of them. Even though we lack a nose, we somehow have a sense of smell that helps us find our food. It's always sad when a fellow sea dweller passes away, but we view it as part of the circle of life. We know that only the soul lasts forever. When the temporary physical body is worn out and dies, it becomes waste material that we can help recycle. Maybe that could be our new name, the Ocean's Waste Recyclers. Is that better than being a vacuum cleaner?
Vegan, 'cause we have to do our part to rescue humanity.
I have an idea. Let's pause for a few moments to pray for those departed souls who are not in a good place. May they be pardoned and transferred to a higher and brighter realm. Amen. Our program will continue shortly, so please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Sea Pig People, the Ocean's Vacuum Cleaners, on Supreme Master Television. Although we are small in size, we are abundant in number. Indeed, marine biologists have found sea pig people in every ocean. In our favorite locations, the scientists say we account for over 95% of the combined weight of all animal people living on the seabed. I have no idea how they calculated that, especially since we're talking about thousands of meters beneath the surface. Well, I guess they have their ways, and we have ours. Sea pig people are uniquely designed to thrive at that depth. Were you wondering how we get oxygen without having a nose? Our body wall is so thin that it is semi-permeable, and we exchange oxygen molecules directly with the surrounding water. Isn't that fascinating? But the downside is that we are very delicate and may collapse if you try to catch us. Please don't do that. To protect ourselves from waterborne troublemakers, we have a secret defense system. There are chemical compounds in our skin called holothurins, which are poisonous. Most fish people are aware of this and leave us alone. The extremes of our environment have influenced our development over time. In a sense, we look the way we do because it is necessary for survival. I get a little annoyed when I hear people say we look weird. We're not weird. We are perfectly adapted to where we are and what we do. And you know what? Regardless of our appearance, we deserve some appreciation for our role in the marine ecosystem. Whether you call us vacuum cleaners or waste recyclers, we tidy up otherwise unreachable regions of the ocean floor. Besides that, our activity makes the mire more habitable. Dr. David Pawson is an emeritus scientist and a curator of echinoderms at the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History in the United States. In an interview for Wired magazine, Dr. Pawson said of sea pig people, "They are like earthworms. They sort of process the deep sea mud and make it livable for other animals because they've increased the amount of available oxygen in it." We have other roles to play that researchers are still trying to understand. For example, they have seen crab babies hiding underneath us and hitching rides with us. Are the little ones having fun? Or are they trying to avoid a bully? The scientists want to know the reason behind our relationship. I've always thought of it as babysitting. Couldn't it be a mere act of kindness that our species offers to theirs? Perhaps it's a lesson in unconditional love, caring for another person's happiness and health without expecting anything in return. Due to the secluded nature of our habitat, many more questions remain unanswered. How do we procreate? How long do we live? I'm not at liberty to say. There may be clues to our lifespan in the tracks we leave on the ocean floor, but as Dr. Pawson explains, there's a snag. In some parts of the world's oceans, the rate of sedimentation, stuff falling from above down to the seafloor, is so slow that the tracks you're looking at, even though they look fresh, they might be 100 years old. Did you know that oceans cover more than 70% of the planet, and deep sea areas occupy more than half of that? The fathomless water contain hugely diverse ecosystems and habitats. Tragically, life at the bottom is impacted by human activities, and we have already experienced biodiversity loss. The deep is more sensitive and less adaptable to change than the shallows. As excessive carbon dioxide enters the atmosphere, the ocean's pH is lowered, making the water more acidic. Thus, climate change and the threat of mass extinction are our biggest concerns at the bottom of the sea. Studies have determined that a third of all marine animal people could be gone in 300 years if greenhouse gas emissions continue to increase. As the water absorbs more CO2, it also loses oxygen, which means we could suffocate. And as ocean temperatures rise, many species, fauna, and flora may not be able to adapt fast enough. In case you haven't heard, carbon dioxide is not the most worrisome cause of global warming. Methane is a more potent heat-trapping gas produced primarily by the livestock industry. That's right. So, if you are still consuming animal people meat, eggs, milk, etc., please do us all a favor and stop. Be vegan to cool our planet as fast as possible and recreate a celestial paradise on Earth.
Vegan, so intelligent.
Charming viewers, thank you for joining us today. Next is Always Have Respect for the Master, Part 2 of 5 on Between Master and Disciples. May God's presence in your life bring you abiding peace and joy.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.